What's up, y'all? So my auntie don't call me gonna say, Danielle, you got your stuff ready for in the morning to go to church? You need to start going to church and give yourself to God. You don't go to church, you ain't gonna get to heaven. I said, auntie, you need to stop that. You need to stop that right now. If you calling my phone telling me that I ain't going to heaven and you got a heaven and hell to place me in, then I don't know what you here on earth for, because see, now that means you ain't praising God. You so holy. All y'all so holy up in there. I told her, I said, half of the folks sitting up in the church ain't going to heaven. And I'm finna tell you that now. I said, some of the preachers ain't even going to heaven. I said, every time you turn around, somebody always want to have a heaven and hell to put you in. Everybody want to judge your past. Everybody want to talk about what you doing. Don't nobody want to remember the stuff that they did. I said, auntie, half of y'all was out there screwing more men than we are. I said, y'all got more baby daddies than we do. I said, auntie, all y'all music was talking about sex, and I don't mean no disrespect, but you came at me wrong. Don't do that to me. I told her, I said, that's what's wrong with the world now. It's too many of y'all up in the church judging people instead of trying to help people. I told her, I said, auntie, I talk to God more than y'all do up in the church sometimes. I told her, I said, me and God talk every day. I sit on the side of my bed and talk to God. I lay in my bed and talk to God. I be in the shower talking to God. I ride in my car talking to God. I'm talking to God now while I'm talking to you, because he helping me with my words that come up out my mouth. I said, auntie, don't do that. Now, you call me and ask me to come to church with you, yes, ma'am, I go. But I'm not going to sit here, and don't get me wrong, I ain't saying everybody that go to church before somebody take me wrong, and I ain't saying all preachers before somebody take me wrong and mix my words up. But I'm telling her, not everybody that say they Christians is saved. So don't call me being judgmental. And I told her, I said, you get on my nerves with that, auntie. I said, that's why some of the kids don't come around you and the family. Because every time somebody come over there, you want to start preaching. Every time somebody sit down, you want to start telling somebody about their life and what they doing and what's right and what's wrong. But auntie, you forget your husband left you. Why did your husband leave you, auntie? For one, because you was always trying to tell that man what to do and you wasn't never listening to him. For two, you got outside kids. He wasn't the one cheating, you was. But see, you don't think nobody in the family know that because you wear that big old hat to church on Sunday. I told her, I said, half of the folks don't even like you at church. When you come to church, they be over there talking about you. You sit right there in front of the pew. They say you be kissing the preacher butt and all this stuff and everything else. So auntie, I'm telling you that now. So now, since all the same people come to church, what you gonna do about them folks that talk about you? What you gonna do about them folks that be doing some stuff up in that church that everybody talking about? Well, you ain't gonna talk about the people in the church. You let the people in the church worry about them. I say, okay, so the people in the church need to let me worry about me. The people in the church need to let me worry about